So hello, I'm Venus and I am a Year 2 student of the International Business and Chinese Enterprise program, and I am from the Chinese University of Hong Kong.
I'm Lynn. I'm from Boston, Massachusetts in the United States. I'm also studying at the University of South Carolina, here studying abroad for IBCE as well.
Hello, I'm Will Jones. I'm from the University of South Carolina in the US, and I'm originally from Maryland. I'm here as a second-year student at CUHK, and I'm loving every second of it.
It is a 5-day trip to Ningxia, and the trip is aimed to foster integration between students from USC and from CUHK. So we actually have met each other before, but then in these 5 days we really get to know every person, and it's a fun trip.
In addition, on the business side, what we did was we visited 4 different companies. We visited an energy-saving company, a feed-making company, petrochemical company, as well as a winery. And we got to talk to the executives there, as well as getting tours of their facilities.
So we visited an energy-saving company, and it was a huge one, but I'm really surprised when I get to know that there are only 24 employees there, and it's just that the human resources management is doing really well, and everybody is contribute significantly to the company, and they work really efficiently.
In addition to, of course, the most breathtaking views and sights that I've seen in the deserts and landscapes and grasslands in Ningxia, China, I also found it very impressive how integrated the 2 IBCE schools got to know each other. Both USC students and the CUHK students both integrated perfectly, which was the main goal of the orientation trip, of course, in addition to the business aspect of it.
In addition to the team building activities, we also got to see a lot of the Ningxia culture, which was great. We had a campfire session, and it was a lot of Mongolian dancing and little skits and plays. And then in the end, we actually got to go down and meet the people who were in the production, which was great. It was a great time. We also, in the desert, got to ride camels, which is definitely a once-in-a-lifetime thing for us, as well as riding down some sand dunes, which was fun as well. And yeah, so altogether, we got a lot of the Ningxia culture as well as team building.
So, on a more academic standpoint, I'm going to talk more about the research and the businesses, because that was a really great thing that we had entailed into the trip as well. Before we left on the trip, we did research here so we could formulate better questions to ask the CEOs and the workers that took the time to answer our questions and actually take our advice that we could give them at the end. And I thought that was very important because we had to have a creative production at the end in our closing dinner, and because of those questions that we were able to ask after the tours that they took with us, we were able to create, in a group with both CUHK kids and USC kids, a creative way like dramas, role play, songs, ways to summarize our experience and knowledge that we learned from the corporations and companies.
What I get from the trip for IBCE is flexibility. First, our itinerary switched around and we had to expect the unexpected, and we had a large group of people together, and things just don't always go well as what you expected. And so I got to learn to be very adaptable, and this adaptability would be an important element, and it's necessary for us to work in the business world, which is like ever-changing. And so this is what I get from that.
To conclude the trip to Ningxia, China, I would probably say it was very eye-opening, and it gave me a better perspective on how corporations worked in China specifically. And I thought it was great because you never really get to see a corporation's perspective on how they're willing to expand and broaden their horizons. When you're in the company on a tour during a trip like this, it's a great experience because you get to really see the inner workings and the nuts and bolts of a corporation like the wineries, the investment corporations, all these great things that IBCE gave us an opportunity to see.
What I took away from our Ningxia trip the most to IBCE was definitely networking. It was our first time being face-to-face with chief executives after being accepted into IBCE. And networking, I would say, is one of the most important things you can learn how to do well in business, because networking will get you different internships, different jobs even. And just learning the little things in general when we first went to the company, such as introducing yourself to the person that you're meeting, having a firm handshake, asking for their LinkedIn, things like that just can get you really far in the business world.
IBCE for me has been an extraordinary and amazing experience for me already. I've only been here for 3 months, and the amount that I've grown is just extremely tremendous, and I can only imagine how much I'll continue to grow with the rest of my time here.
In addition, the campus as well as the city are very coherent in their characteristics, where there are students who like to relax around the campus scenery spots as well as go out and enjoy the different activities Hong Kong has to offer.
I'm going on an exchange for 1 year at USC next year, and besides, I'm looking forward to attending the international business course at USC. Their school is really famous of IB, and I hope to have some meaningful sections for the students and professors there.
So when I first heard about IBCE, I thought it was an amazing opportunity that I could do, and I thought it was actually meant completely for me, because I'm extremely interested in my business future, in maybe creating my own business, as well as Chinese enterprise and Chinese culture, the language, everything seemed to fit me. And I seemed to join late in the program, but I think that just added to the experience, because IBCE, it's important to be spontaneous. And my entry into the program was spontaneous, and I think that was key.
I chose IBCE because of the program structure. We have the chance to study with people from America for 2 years, and it definitely helps us to enhance our cultural sensitivity through interacting with them for like a long time. And second, China and US are getting so important in the world in terms of the economies and the market. So it would be a great advantage to know a lot and have deep knowledge about China and US in the future for our career. So IBCE would be an awesome program for me.
A piece of advice I would give to students who are looking to be an IBCE is to definitely take advantage of all the opportunities that are presented to you. While I've been here so far, I've traveled around Southeast Asia, such as places like Thailand and Taiwan. In addition, I have been involved in a case study, and I never thought that I could do things like that, especially end up in Hong Kong, let alone by itself at CUHK. So if you take advantage of all of your opportunities, then you can do great things with your life that you never thought you'd be able to do.
So for the new IBCE members, my advice to you would be do challenge yourself. You never know what your limit is, and you are provided with a lot of opportunities here. So this is the only way for you to grow and make the most out of your IBCE journey.